ज्ञानस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं त्वं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णया कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरात्तुसे नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत्। नस्तप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्ठिकी। Hare Krishna, everyone. So today, as I mentioned it to you, we'll begin lesson 19 from chapter 3 of Canto 1. We are learning incarnations of Lord Krishna. So let me share the screen and we will go through what we have learned so far. Before we come to this conclusion, I will take you from the beginning of this chapter where we learn about the creation of the material world with Mahavishnu, Purusavatar, Karanodaksai, Garbhodaksai, Kshirodaksai Vishnu. You can see that Garbhodaksai Vishnu. From his navel, lotus flower is coming out and Brahma born there. He is the first living entity in each universe. You will find different Brahma also. Then we talked about the incarnations. First incarnation is being four Kumaras, then Varaha Avatar, Bor, in English, then Narad Avatar, Nar Narayan Avatar is the fourth one. Fifth one is Kapil Dev, who had taught his mother Devhuti the Sankhya Yoga, basically refined devotional service to his mother. The Dattatreya is sixth incarnation, combination of Brahma, Vishnu, and Lord Shiva. That is Dattatreya. Ansuya wanted to have a son like that, Ansuya and Atri. Then Yagnadev is the seventh incarnation, eight is Rishabdev, nine is Maharaj Pruthu, 10 is Matsya Avatar, mean fish, and Kurma Avatar, tortoise, is during Samudra Manthan, churning of the ocean. Dhanvantari and Mohini Avatar also happened during churning of the ocean. We learn about all these things. 14th incarnation is Lord Narsingadev. 15th is Vamandev, who attended Bali Maharaj's yagna, sacrifice he was doing. And then he asked for 3 steps of land, 3 steps of land, but then he covered the whole universe. And then the third step is put on Bali Maharaj's head. Then Bhrugupati is Parashuram. He killed Kshatriyas 21 times. 17 incarnation is Vyasdev, who wrote Shrimad Bhagwatam. Lord Ramchandra, everybody knows, 18 incarnation. 19 and 20, Balram and Krishna. And 21 is Buddha, which is in Kali Yuga, 2600 years ago from now. And then Kalki will happen at the end of Kali Yuga, which is 22nd. Okay. But then out of this 22 incarnation we learn, there are 10 prominent incarnations on which Jayadev Goswami has written a poem which we will read today also. Okay, so we are moving further after this explanation. These 10 incarnations we'll talk about little later, but before that, these 22 incarnations are covered up to 25 texts. So from 26, 27, 28, and 29, which we're going to cover today, the theme of that verses is Krishna, the fountainhead of all incarnations. In other words, Lord, there are so many incarnations. The 22 is just given in this book, okay? But regardless, there are so many incarnations. So the 26 texts describe that avatara hi asankheya hare he sattva nirde dvijaha yatha vidasinah kulyaha sarasa su sahasraha. So Sutta Goswami is addressing to the Brahmanas in Naimisaranya, and he says that the incarnation of the Lord are innumerable, like rivulets flowing from inexhaustible source of water, which means in sea there are so many waves, you cannot count the waves. Similarly, you will not be able to count the incarnation of Lords because they are innumerable. The list of incarnations that we have learned so far, we are not limited by that. Besides what we learned, there are some other incarnations like Haigriva, Hansa, Prusnigarbha, like that, so many of those. So, and Prahlad Maharaj is saying that, my dear Lord, you manifest as many incarnations as there are species of life. How many species of life? We talked about it, 8.4 million.
8.4 million.
8.4 million species of life. And there are 6 categories we learned, right? There are
the fish, the
animals, humans, amphibians, like the water ones, the birds, plants.
Very good.
And then not.
Yes, the aquatics, reptiles, animals, birds, vegetables, trees, all this kind, and human. Okay, there are 6 categories we learn about that species. Very good. You remember that. So, and Prahlad Maharaj further saying that you do that. Why you incarnate? The reason you incarnate is just for maintenance of the faithful and annihilation, means destruction of unfaithful, means who are faithless. So when you say what is the reason for incarnation? So, I mean, The reason is given also, but particularly in this text, it is says that just for the maintenance of the faithful and annihilation of the unfaithful person. Okay. But the Bhagavad Gita also mentioned paritranaya sadhunam vinasaya cha duskrutam dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge, right? So there is it's the same meaning. Paritranaya sadhunam means to protect the devotees. Vinasaya cha duskrutam means to destroy the demons, and dharma sansthapanarthaya means to establish the lost religion. Okay. So in the Kali Yuga, you have incarnated as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu incarnated as a sort of a Channa avatar, means Gupta, means he's not. Uh, it is mentioned in the Shastra, but he is not one of the incarnation. Because when Lord Krishna comes, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes, they come themselves. So they are not part of the incarnation. They themselves comes. So they do not have any source of incarnation. They are the source of all incarnations. So we have to understand that main point. There are many other places, both in Bhagwatam or in other scripture, in which incarnations of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is explicitly mentioned. In the Brahma Samhita also it is said indirectly that although there are many incarnations of the Lord, such as Ram, Narsimha, Vara, Matsya, Kurma, many other, Lord himself sometimes incarnates in person. So Lord Krishna and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are not therefore incarnation, but the original source of all incarnations. You have to remember that. This will be clearly explained in the next verse when we go to the next verse. But such incarnations are distinguished by specific extraordinary feats, which is impossible to be performed by any living being. So the general taste to identify an incarnation of Lord directly and indirectly empowered. So some incarnations mentioned above are almost plenary portion. Plenary portion, that means complete. He will have all these necessary saktis, the energies required to function according to that purpose of the incarnation. For example, Narad Muni. So Narad Muni empowered for devotional service. He propagated the bhakti, the devotional service. And Maharaj Pruthu empowered incarnation with executive function because he was a king. So Lord has given him that power. Matsya incarnation is plenary portion. So like that, So every incarnation has its own purpose, why he came, and then Lord provided them with particular energy. Okay. So we'll move to the next verse where it says, Rusayo manavo deva manuputra mahojasah kalaha sarve hare reva sa prajapataya smrutaha. What it means, all the Rusis, there are Saptarshis, there are so many Rusis from Brahma came out. Manu, for example, Manu and Satrupa, demigod, descendant of Manu, they are all powerful and plenary portion. So what it is here, that those who are comparatively less powerful, okay, they are called vibhuti. And those who are comparatively more powerful, they are called avesh incarnations. Okay, all right. So then the next verse is very important, where it says, I will show you. This is what we're going to talk about, Jayadev Goswami. And so I will just stop sharing here right now. And okay. So the next verse, which tells specifically that Lord Krishna is not incarnation, but he is avatari, meaning thereby he is source of all incarnations. Okay, so that verse we will recite at the end of our session also. Ete cha unsakalaha punsaha Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Mrudayanti Yuge Yuge. Very nice verse. That is for your memorization also this week. All the above mentioned incarnations, means what we have learned so far, are either plenary portion or portions of plenary portions of the Lord. But Lord Sri Krishna is the original personality of Godhead. All of them appear on planets whenever there is a disturbance created by the atheist, means demons, demoniac mentality. The Lord incarnates to protect the theists, means devotees. Okay, so we can learn in this particular stanza that the personality of a Godhead, Lord Krishna, is distinguished from other incarnations. He is counted among the avatars because out of his causeless mercy, the Lord descends from this transcendental abode. Avatar, what is avatara? Avatara means to descend, okay, to come down from higher planets. So all the incarnation of the Lord, including Lord himself, descend on different planet of the material world, as also in different species of life, to fulfill the particular mission. We discussed about that already. Okay. So then originally the Lord is full of all opulences. We learned that verse about Lord possessing six opulences, right? Uh, yeah, he has six opulences. One of them is all power, all wealth, uh, all fame, all beauty, all knowledge,
Right.
all renunciation. Samagrasya, like opulence.
Aishwaryasya samagrasya.
Very good. Yeah. So we're going to practice that also. When they are partly manifested through the plenary portion of the parts of the plenary portion, it should be noted that a certain manifestations of his different powers are required for those particular functions. Okay. So the example is why particular power is given, but that doesn't mean that they lack of anything. For the example is given of a light bulb. In a room, there is a light bulb, but the source of electricity is not limited to that light bulb only, because the source of electricity, powerhouse, they can as well provide the required voltage and capacity for the big industrial dynamo also. So in that case, we can see that all these incarnation comes with a portion or part of this requirement, but that doesn't mean that they lack, the whole Aishwarya. For example, we can talk about this, how some of the incarnation, not all of them, we discuss about some of the incarnation. For example, Parsuram, right? And maybe Lord Narsingadev, we discuss about that. They displayed unusual opulence by killing disobedient Kshatriyas. Parsuram, that is what we discuss about Parsuram. And 21 times he has killed the Kshatriyas. And the reason also we did that because his father was killed by the son of Kartvirya Arjun. We learned that story, right? So Hiranyakasipu also was a powerful, and the demigods were afraid of him. But the Narsingh Bhagwan took the, he came by to satisfy the Prahlad Maharaj, his dear devotee. So, because Hiranyakasipu asked Prahlad Maharaj, actually, Hiranyakasipu was a demon and Prahlad was a devotee. So it is so unusual that son is devotee and father is demon. And because Hiranyakasipu did not like the Vishnu, so, and Prahlad was 24 hours chanting Vishnu's name. So he decided to kill him. So he tried so many other ways, but then finally what he did, he asked Parad that, is your Vishnu is in this pillar? And then Prahlad says, yes. So to fulfill or for the sake of his devotee, Prahlad, Narsingha Bhagavan appeared from the pillar, and then he killed that ferocious Hiranyakasipu. So you can see that even the Hiranyakasipu was so powerful, everybody was afraid, all the demigods were afraid of him. But when Lord Narsingha came, we can see that how he killed that power. So the incarnations of Ram and Dhanvantari displayed his fame. Balaram, Mohini, Vaman exhibited the beauty. Dattatreya, Matsya, Kumar, Kapila exhibited transcendental knowledge. Nar Narayan, they have exemplified the renunciation. They were doing renunciation. So big austerity they have gone through to teach the people of the Kali Yuga. So all the different indirectly or directly empowered incarnations of the Lord manifested different features. But Lord Krishna, the primal Lord, exhibited the complete feature of Godhead. And thus it is confirmed that he is the source of all other incarnations. And the most extraordinary feature exhibited by Lord Sri Krishna was his internal energetic manifestation of his pastime with his cowherd girls in Vrindavan. His pastimes with the gopis are all displays of transcendental existence, bliss, and knowledge. Although these are manifested apparently, the specific attraction of his pastime with the gopis should never be understood, because the Bhagwatam relates this transcendental pastime in the 10th canto. And in order to reach the position to understand the transcendental nature of Lord Krishna's pastime with the cowherd boys and the girls, the Bhagavatam promotes the student gradually into 9 other cantos. So that way we can fully relish Lord Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavan. Now, according to Acharya Jiva Goswami, he says the Lord Krishna is the source of all other incarnation. It is not that Lord Krishna has any source of incarnation. He does not have any source. He is the only. All the symptoms of the supreme truth in full are present in the person of Lord Sri Krishna and in the Bhagavad Gita. The Lord emphatically declares that there is no truth greater than or equal to him. Matta partaram na anyar, he's saying that. Okay. So in this stanza, the word Swayam is particularly mentioned to confirm that Lord Krishna has no other source than himself. Okay. So the Samambonam Krishna is one without a second. He has expanded himself in various parts, portions, and particles. So there are some other names are given according to the way he expand himself, like Swayam Roop, Swayam Prakash, Tad Ekatma, Prabha, Vaibhav. You don't have to worry about that too much, but these are some technical names of his expansions and plenary expansions. Now, learned scholars in transcendental subject have carefully analyzed the Samambonam Krishna to have 64 principal attributes. This is what you should know. The Lord Krishna possesses 64 attributes, means qualities. Actually, he possesses many, but the 64 is primary. Okay, that is why uh, when we consider Krishna as 100%, means it has 64 quality. Okay, now Vishnu Tattva, which are other incarnation, Ram, Narsingh, like that. So they possess 93%. That means they possess 60 quality. Okay. And similarly, Lord Shiva, 84%. That means he possesses like 54 qualities. And Lord Brahma, 78%. That means 78% of 64 is 50. So you can remember this very easily, that Lord Krishna has 64 quality, Vishnu Tattva has 60 quality, Lord Shiva has 54 qualities, and Lord Brahma has 50 qualities. Okay. So that means Lord Brahma is one of us, but he is the supreme being, supreme living being. Okay. So, and any living entity can develop up to 50 qualities. Then maybe he can become Brahma one day. Okay. So that is how far human being can go in the material realm. But if he liberate himself, there can he go to the spiritual dham. But otherwise, uh, in the material realm, he can progress up to 50 qualities which Brahma possesses. So any living entity, any human being can become godly. He cannot become God. He cannot have 64 qualities. He cannot have even 54 qualities like Lord Shiva has. He cannot have 60 qualities either like Vishnu has. So the human being cannot have uh, 54, 60 or 64, which Shiva, Vishnu, Tattva and Krishna has. But he can progress up to 50 quality in the material world. But if he can uh, become liberated, means from the material world, then he can go to the spiritual world. That is next step that he can do. So this is one you can remember. Now the next verse, the last verse is about that Phalasruti. Phalasruti means what is the benediction you get, the fruit of hearing about incarnations of the Lord. That is given in this verse, which it says, Janma guhyam bhagavato ye apratat prayato naraha sayam prata grunan bhaktya dukha gramad vimuchyate. So it is said that whoever, now remember this is very important for you to know, whoever carefully recites the mysterious appearance of the Lord, the incarnations, that what we discussed so far, with devotion in the morning and in the evening, get relief from all miseries of life. So, if you recite these incarnations or hear about it morning and evening, you will get rid of all the miseries in your material life. That is what this verse is saying about. Okay. So, in the Bhagavad Gita, the personality of Godhead has declared that anyone who knows the principle of the transcendental birth and activities of the Lord will go back to Godhead. Very famous verse, Janma Karma Chame Divyam Evam Yoveti Tattvataha Tyaktva Diham Punar Janma Naeti Mameti So Arjuna. Okay. So that is the verse given in Bhagavad Gita. That is the reference given here. The same similar way, who can recite these incarnations, what we have learned so far in this chapter, means one should recite chapter 3 in the morning and the evening, so that he can get rid of his material miseries. So thus the knower is relieved of all miseries. In other words, yeah, Therefore, the birth and activities of the Lord, as manifested by him for the welfare of the people in general, are not ordinary. They are mysterious, and only by one who carefully tries to go deep into matter by spiritual devotion is the mystery discovered. Thus, the knower is relieved of all miseries. In other words, one gets liberation from material bondage. It is advised, therefore, that one who simply recites this chapter of Bhagwatam, describing the appearance of Lord in different incarnations, is in sincerity and devotion, can have insight into the birth and activities of the Lord himself. Okay. So now we will, first of all, before we go to verse recitation, we will, I have sent you the sheets of the Savtar Stotra. So today we'll recite all stotras, and if you cannot recite all of them, you can recite just one after me. Okay. All right. So there are 10 main avatars which I showed you, right? Out of
Matya Kurma Varaha Narsimha Vamana Parshuram Ram Balram Buddha Kalki.
Okay, very good. So there are 10. So Jaidev Goswami has written a poem. Okay, so let us, I will recite it simply. You may not be able to just hear right now, and then I will have you recite one with me. Okay.
Prabhuji, we know this.
Okay, so would you be able to recite after me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I know this also. I know.
Okay, so whoever can recite, okay, but make sure that you all do together, not separately.
Okay.
Okay, so first of all means fish incarnation. Okay.
Oh.
Pralaya payodhi jale
Asivedam
vihita
Pracharitam Kedam
ina
Nina
satira
Sarira Jaya
Jaya
Jagadisha
Hare
Hare
Jaya Jagadisha Hare Kurma hota. Sitira iha vivatare vihati tavapuste karani karanagariste Desavadhuta Sitira Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya
Jaya
Jagadisha Hare
Jagadisha Hare
Jaya
Jaya
Jagadisha Hare
Jagadisha
Vasati Dasana Sukhare Dharani
Dharani
Avalakana
Yashonikala
Kalevani
Kalevani Magna
Kesavadhuta
Keshavadruta
Sukararupa
Sukararupa
Jaya
Jaya
Jagadisha Hare
Jagadisha Hare
Jaya Jagadisha
Jagadisha
Hare
Hare
Jaya
Jaya Jagadisha
Jagadisha Hare. The fourth one
Hare
will be those Narsingadev. Tava Kara
Bhuta Shringa.
Kalita Keshavadut Haripupa Jaya Jagadisha Jaya
Jaya
Jagadisha Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Fifth one is Bali Bhagwan, Baliram, Vamandev. Chalaya Siddhi Dhamane
Hare Madhutavamana जनक नीरज नेत्र जन पावन केशवधृता वामन रूप
जय
जय
जगदीश
हरे
हरे
जय
जय
जगदीश
जगदीश
हरे
हरे
जय
जगदीश हरे
Then 6 is Bhragupati, Varsura. Kshatriya Rudira
Papam
Napayasti
Napayasi payasi
Payasam
samrita
Bhavatam
bhavatam Keshavrita
Bhragupati Rupa
Rupa
Jaya
Jaya
Jagadish
Jagadish
Hare
Hare
Jaya
Jaya
Jagadish
Jagadish
Hare
Hare
Jaya Jagadish
Jaya
Hare.
Jagadish Hare
7 is Ram. Vitara
Rasa
Siddhi
Shirane Pati Kamaniyam Ratnamukamali Bhajamaniyam Keshavadrita Dharma Sarira
Rama Jai
Jaya
Jagadish
Jagadish
Hare
Hare
Jai
Jaya
Jagadish
Jagadish
Hare
Hare Jai
Jagadish
Jagadish Hare
Then Balaram. Vaha Siva Pushti
Pushti Visade
Daladabam
Daladabam
Halahati
Alhati Diti
Diti
Melita Yamunabam Keshavadrita
Keshavadrita
Aladara Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare
Jaya
Jaya
Jagadish
Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare
9 is good. Nindasya
Indasya navidena
Bhavatam
jatam Tadadavashidashutatam Keshavadrita Bharadira Jaya Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare
Last is a
Kalki
Kalki avatar. Mlecha
Nidhanena Kalayati Karapala Sumakhe Ivakirati Karavalam Keshavadrita Kalpishira
Jai
Jai
Jagadish Hare
Jagadish Hare
Jai
Jai
Jagadish
Jagadish
Hare
Hare
Jai
Jai Jagadish Hare
Jaya
Jaya
Deva
Deva
Bhaveda
Bhaveti Damodidam
Udam
Uttaram Shashokadam Subhadam Bhaskaram Keshavadrita Naradarupa
Jai Jagadish
Jagadish
Hare
Hare
Jai
Jai
Jagadish
Jagadish
Hare
Hare
Jagadish Hare.
Jagadish Hare
And the last one is the purpose of incarnation is described. Vedan udharate jaganti vahate mudud vibrate daitam dharayate balim phalayate shatra shayam kurvate paurasyam jayate phalam phalayate karunyam atanvate mlichan muchayate jaskruti krute Krishnaya Tubhyam Namaha. These all 10 incarnations came out from Krishna. So it is Krishnaya Tubhyam Namaha. Like that. So Jayadev Goswami is a great poet. He has written this thing. Now, today's verse we will recite. So I can, it's in the, okay, I can get it from the screen. So you can. Okay, so that's in Srimad Bhagwatam, Canto 1.
Prabhuji, what was that thing where like the
Okay,
marriage arranged by Jagannath?
what is it?
What was that story for the marriage arranged by Jagannath?
Jagan-
Why were you on that page?
Okay, I'll take the question later. Let's recite this verse. This verse you can see on the screen. There is in English also, 8H. We're gonna recite that. Everybody should recite after me line by line, okay? Okay,
Okay,
first
Prabhuji.
line. Ete chansakala punsaha.
Ete
Ete chansakala punsaha. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam.
Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam.
Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Lokam
Indrari Vyakulam Lokam
Indrari Vyakulam Lokam
Indrari Vyakulam Lokam
Udayanti Yuge Yuge.
Hridayanti Yuge Yuge.
This is the verse for your memorization. Let's do one more time, okay? So please recite everybody attentively. Ete cha ansakala punsaha. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Mrudayanti Yuge Yuge. Mrudayanti means give protection. So this is the translation of this verse. All of the mentioned incarnations, which means what we have learned, are either plenary portion or portions of plenary portions of the Lord. But Lord Sri Krishna is the original personality of Godhead. All of them appear on planets whenever there is a disturbance created by the atheist. The Lord incarnates to protect the theist. Okay, so this verse you will get it as your memorization work. Okay, so now we will open up for question answer session and then your Kahoot game. Okay, any no. So what is the question that somebody was asking? Who's Govinda was asking question?
Prabhuji, I have a question.
Yes,
This is Mishita.
yes.
So my question is, for instance, if you go to the spiritual world, will you remember everything, like all the things that you know about Krishna?
When you go to spiritual world, your body becomes spiritual.
Yeah. So will you remember Krishna? Like, will you remember what you know about Krishna?
Definitely, because then you will serve Krishna. You will know, that is the purpose, that you will eternally serve Lord Krishna.
Okay, that's it, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So whoever communicate with me, make sure they have to have their camera turned on, please. Okay.
Keshav, do you have any question? Please go
So,
ahead.
next
Yeah, you told me that Vishnu possesses Krishna possesses 64 qualities in Vishnu. I don't know how many qualities Vishnu, Shiva, and Brahma possess. Can you tell them again?
Yes, Vishnu possesses 60. Shiva possesses 54. And Brahma possesses 50.
Prabhuji, you could repeat what you said of like the Vishnu is 66. What is Shiva is 54
Shiva
and
is 54, Vishnu is 60, Krishna is 64. That's how Krishna.
What Vishnu 60 or 66?
Vishnu Tattva includes Vishnu Tattva includes Ram, Narsingh, all these avatars, Vishnu.
Does he got 60?
Yeah, because the Lord Krishna possesses 4 main quality which nobody possesses, like Venu playing, beauty, associates, all these 4 quality he has special, which nobody else possesses.
Prabhuji, so Krishna possesses 64, Vishnu possesses 60 qualities,
Yeah,
and Shiva possesses 54, and
yeah,
Brahma possesses 50.
yes, you got it right. Okay, next question.
Mihika,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
So I have a question that if Narsimha Bhagwan did not fulfill the boons of Hiranyakashipu, then would something go wrong? Like Hiranyakashipu asked boons from Brahma. So if Narsimha Bhagwan did not follow those, would there be something wrong?
No, Narasimha Bhagavan followed all the benediction given by Brahma to Hiranyakasipu.
Yes, but if Narsimha Bhagwan didn't, would something go wrong?
Uh, Not necessarily, but I mean, as far as the boons given are concerned, they have to be maintained. And somehow or other, Lord protect his devotees, right? All the time. So one way or the other, Lord Krishna intervene and they protect the boon given by the devotee.
Okay, and you said that Lord Brahma, he possesses 50 qualities, and you said that we human beings can only go up to 50 qualities. So
Yeah.
can you tell us the 50 qualities?
Yeah, that is a long list given in the Nectar of Devotion. We will discuss sometime about it, okay? I haven't put
Okay,
that out. Yeah,
okay, Prabhuji. And from last class, I had a few questions.
yeah,
So even though Krishna, like you said that Putna,
yeah.
I was asking that even though Krishna knew that Putna came to kill him, then why did he give the position of a mother in Goloka Vrindavan?
Because Krishna is all compassionate, right? He is so much, he has a mercy. There is a verse given, Aho Bakiyam Stan Kalakutam. That is the Krishna's quality. Krishna is actually Surhudam Sarva Bhutanam to every living entity. Even though he kills, okay, he still uh, give the uh, destination of that devotee according to whatever his desire. What he took, that he took the good quality of it, that she came to
Prabhuji, can
feed.
I say the good quality?
Huh? The good
So,
quality,
in
her
the previous,
intention was to uh, give milk to Krishna, right? That was her intention.
The
So
poisoned milk.
yeah, poison milk, but Krishna is not affected by poison. Krishna is not Krishna's body is not material body. Krishna is completely spiritual.
Okay,
So by this pastime, it shows that devotee have to take uh, from anybody, they have to take the good quality out and do not criticize about bad quality. That is the lesson we can learn from that episode.
Okay, Prabhuji. And will like my other problem is like you said that Kalki will come and kill everyone. So like, was it only for pretending kings or to kill everyone to annihilate the whole world, or
Because
only
by
pretending?
by this will happen at the end of Kali Yuga, right? So by the end of Kali Yuga, as you can see the sign what is going on, okay, from now on, and the Kali Yuga is a degraded age. It's we are so lucky here. So next 10,000 years, Prabhupada also predicted that this bhakti people will do only up to 10,000 years. Then there will not any surety of what will happen, because that
Okay.
degraded age will start. So everybody will like, so because it is out of control, and during that time, as Krishna promises in Bhagavad Gita, that he comes, and also it is like naturals, when a natural season change, like summer, winter, spring, whatever. So this is Kali Yuga has to end, and then Satya Yuga will come. There is a
Okay,
sign of
Prabhuji.
Satya Yuga.
Okay, Prabhuji. And a related question to that was that, like, you said that, is there any like time period between the end, like the end of Kali Yuga and the beginning of Satya Yuga? Like,
As soon
is there
as
any-
Kali ends, as soon as Kali ends, the Satyug starts.
so is there any break between it, or just
No, there is
immediate?
no break. It is just like day and night. As soon as day is over, sunset, night starts, right?
Yes,
So there is no break in between.
yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, like that. When morning, so night ends and day begins. So there is no time in between. Immediately, the Kali Yuga ends and Satya Yuga starts.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you, Prabhuji.
So
Hare Krishna.
your all questions covered, Mihika?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. All right.
Thank
Okay.
you.
You're welcome. Next.
Charitra. Charitra, please unmute your phone.
I accidentally raised my hand, Mataji.
Okay, Charitra. No worries. Jyotsna. Jyotsna.
Yeah. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. My question was, you said the Lord possesses a few opulences that we discussed. I don't think I remember that. So could you quickly say it?
What is that? The Lord possesses 6 opulences.
Yes.
Yes, Aishwarya Samagrasa. That is the verse that you. Okay, so wealth, fame, and you got Aishwarya means wealth, Viryasya is strength, Yasasaha is fame, Sriyaha is beauty, and Gyan is knowledge, and Vairagya is renunciation. So those are the 6 opulences.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Could you repeat those again?
Yes, wealth, strength, fame, beauty, knowledge, and renunciation. And Sanskrit name for that is Aishwarya, Virya, Viryasya, Yasas, Sriyaha, Gyan, and Vairagya.
Jyotsna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
You're welcome.
The last one is Nehashri.
Hare Krishna, Babaji. So my question is that so after Avash Avash the Rishis, what is the second one? Sapta Rishis came out of Brahma, so one of them is Avash. So what's the second Avash incarnation? So what's the second one?
You're breaking up, so I did not get it right. Your microphone.
Oh, okay. Sapta Rishis came out of Brahma. So one of the Sapta Rishis came out of Brahma. So one of them is Avash incarnation. So what's the second one?
Prabhuji, Nehashri is asking that what is the second name of the Sapta Rishis, of the second Rishi of the Sapta Rishis?
Oh, okay. So there are Saptarshi came from Brahmas. They're like Atri. There is a list of 7 Rishis. Vasistha.
Agastya.
Yeah, Agastya Muni. I do not remember them, but I can discuss them tomorrow with you. Okay. I'll have those names of the 7 Saptarsis. Okay. I have written down somewhere, but I don't know where it is right now. I have to find it. So
Okay.
I will give you that tomorrow, Nehasri. Okay.
And they're saying that these are
So
the
my
sons of Lord
second
Brahma.
Saptarsi, name of the Saptarsi, I'll give you tomorrow.
Okay. So my second question is, can you explain Ava's incarnation? Like, what does it mean? Can you, what does Ava's incarnation mean?
Oh, what is
Actually, your voice is too
The
low.
Ava's incarnation,
avatar?
what does
Avatar, right?
it
Avatar.
mean?
You mean what is avatar means?
No, what does
Prabhuji is
Ava's
asking Avesh
incarnation mean?
incarnation. Avesh.
Avesh avatar, yeah. Sakti Avesh. Avesh means some kind of, power is given. Like, for example, Parsuram is Sakti Avesh. Sakti means energy. So it's filled with energy. Sakti Avesh. Avesh, Sakti is energy. Certain kind of Avesh means you got a particular function to perform. So that Sakti Avesh avatar, you call it like that. Narad Muni is like devotional service. Parsuram is Sakti Avesh avatar. So Avesh avatar are uh, for to do particular function, and for that they were given particular power, and they will be surcharged with that power. That is called Avesh. They will be surcharged for that particular power to do that function. It is called Avesh. Avesh means they will become surcharged with that much power needed to do the function during that particular time of incarnation. Okay?
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare
Your
Krishna.
microphone is not working properly, Nehasri.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, who's next?
Prabhuji, now we have to start our Kahoot game.
Okay. All right. So you can hold your question till tomorrow, and maybe you can join a little early. About so we can discuss your questions if there is remaining. But let's start Kahoot game now, as Mataji says. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Radhika Mataji will give the Kahoot or Priyanka.
Radhika Mataji.
Radhika Kasuri Mataji is there.
Hare Krishna, kids.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Priyanka Mataji. Dandavat
Hare
pranam
Krishna
to both of
Mataji.
you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
So, are you all ready for Kahoot?
Yes.
Wonderful. I'm sharing my screen. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes,
Mataji.
Okay, great. Wonderful. Right now, you'll be getting your PIN number soon, and then we can get started. Okay, the PIN number is 7907625.
Mataji, for me, it's saying that the PIN code is wrong.
Okay, can you refresh and try again? Because for everybody else, it has worked. We see that 7907625. Yes.
Don't mind Mataji, my name is Gosha. Okay?
Yeah, I saw that. Got it, Gobind.
And that is my person. That's my nickname. That's Gobinda. That's my.
Yeah, your nickname. Okay.
Mataji, now I have joined.
Nishita, you joined? Good, good. Very good.
It's Nishi in Kahoot.
Correct. I saw that. Okay. How many? Let's see. How many are there? Anybody knows?
There's 16 people, excluding Harilila Prabhu,
Okay.
you, and
So we
Mataji.
can exclude 3. So we are
One more person.
Suraj, you are
Yeah, there should be one more person.
anybody else missing? Can we get started? I don't hear from anybody, so we are going to get started. Okay. Kids, be attentive. 10 questions. The first question for today. How many incarnations of the Lord are there? 164 innumerable. Okay, somebody clicked 64 probably by mistake. I'm not sure, but it is innumerable. So we have Ramachandra, Krishna Chinta, Yash, Keshav, and Suraj. Good job. Second question for today. Why does the Lord incarnate? To maintain the faithless and destroy faith, to maintain faith and destroy faithlessness.
Miss Mataji, I want to click the red one.
Okay. See, it is faithless. He doesn't come here to maintain the faithless, right? He wants to obviously destroy the faithlessness.
Correct.
Okay, good. So Keshav has come up. We have Krishna Chinta, Suraj, Ramachandra, and Yash. So third question for today. Are Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu incarnations? No or yes? Are
Sorry,
they
Mataji, I
incarnations?
accidentally clicked yes because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is.
No. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is
Oh,
Lord
actually.
Krishna as well, right? He's not the
No.
incarnation. He's Krishna in the mood of Radharani. So they are not incarnations. That is why it is no. Okay? Anyways, we will move on to our next question. Ramachandra, Jyotsna, Nehashri, they have come up, and Keshav and Krishna Chinta are in the first and the second position. Okay, who appeared as a devotee in Kali Yuga? Somebody came as a devotee in Kali Yuga. Who's that? Lord Varaha, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Vamana.
Oh, that's so nice.
Wonderful. Everybody got it right. Congratulations, kiddos. You did a great job. Ramachandra, you have 4 correct answers in a row. There are no changes to the position in terms of the scorers. Who killed Hiranyakashipu? Lord Narsimha, Lord Vamana, or Lord Varaha? Very good. All
Mataji,
the...
I accidentally misclicked Lord Vamana. It's Lord. Just...
Correct. Everybody, you also know it. By mistake, you clicked it. No problem. No problem. That's fine. I know with Kahoot, we try to rush to our answers and somehow miss the correct, but we just misclick it by mistake. Okay, we have Krishna Chitra and Ramachandra coming up on the ladder, and Ramachandra, you have 5 correct answers in a row. Sixth question for today. Lord Krishna, does Lord Krishna have any source of incarnation? Is Lord Krishna any source of, does Lord Krishna have any source of incarnation? No or yes?
What? I didn't read the question properly. What is that question? Does Lord Krishna have any source of incarnation?
I thought Krishna did have a source of incarnation.
Yeah.
So, Prabhuji, do you want to clarify this, Prabhuji? Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, you have to speak louder. We can barely hear you.
Myself. Okay. Hare Krishna, everybody.
Yes, Prabhu, we can hear you.
Yeah, as I said, Lord Krishna is the source of all incarnations. There is no source for him.
Oh, now I understand.
Now I understand.
Yeah, I think so. Probably they just mistook the question. Okay, kids, we will move on to our next question. Jyotsna and Nehashri have come up. Krishna Chinta, you have 6 correct answers in a row. 7th question for today. How many principal attributes does, not does Krishna have? 56, 64, or 42? What is the number? 64
No,
principal attributes.
that will be 60. It'll be 60.
64. Vishnu
64.
has 60.
Vishnu has 60. 60.
Oh,
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so that is the right answer. Congratulations. Right answer, Keshav. Krishna Chinta, Ramachandra, and Keshav and Nandini, they have come up. Okay. Eighth question for today. Who is the most perfect living being? Brahma, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, or Daksha? Who is the perfect living being?
who's Daksha? Miss Mataji, who's Daksha?
Yeah, I can't. I mean, so Brahma, see, he's the perfect Jivatma, right? And that is the
Yeah.
question. So Brahma is the right answer. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we know he's Lord Krishna himself. And Daksha, his episode will be taught by Prabhuji soon in the fourth canto. Who is Daksha and what did he do? And so what offense did he commit and what happened to him later? All that will be talked about in canto number 4. Okay, Jyotsna and Omkar, they have come up. Congratulations, kids. Okay, ninth question for today. How many attributes does Lord Shiva have? 54, 64, or 50? Yes, 54 is the right answer. Jyotsna has come up, and again, Jyotsna has 9 correct answers in a row. Congratulations, Jyotsna. You're doing a great job. Followed by Krishna Chinta, Ramachandra, Omkar, and Keshav. 10th question for today. What is the fruit of reciting and hearing about the appearance of the Lord in different incarnations? What is the fruit? What is the result? No relief from miseries or relief from all miseries of life? What is the correct answer? Correct. Very good job. Okay, kids, let's see the scores for today. Third place goes to Ramachandra.
Wrong. I got
Oh, no problem. You understood, right, Gobind?
I got 5th place.
Wonderful. And Jyotsna leading, followed by Omkar and Keshav. Congratulations, kids, for attentive listening of Shrimad Bhagwatam. And some kids, they just misunderstood the question or misclicked some answers, but they know the answer. So no problem.
I misclicked one and I didn't really understand one question. So I'm 6th place.
5th place. Very good job, Suraj. Only 2 questions. Nandini also missed only 2. Charit, Yash, Gobind, and Nehashri, Mishi, and Krishna. Okay, kids. Any questions? Anybody? Do you want to go through any question with the answer?
What place did I get?
Keshav, 5th place, Keshav.
Mataji?
Yes,
Can
Charit.
you go to the question I got wrong? I want to see.
Yeah. You have our Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu incarnations. They are not the incarnations. They are the avatar.
That's me, Mataji.
Avatari.
Mataji, you're talking about me, Charit.
Yes, Charit, you wanted to know the answer. The question.
Can I show? No, I didn't show my. You can show my.
That's not Mataji. That's not mine.
That is your.
And Chariots. You could mine. I only got one wrong. Mine, but
Mataji.
Yes.
Mine is
Who is Daksha?
Daksha will be seen in the
Mataji.
fourth. Yeah.
Govinda, Daksha is the Daksha Prajapati. He's one of the Manus.
Correct.
Oh,
So you'll see in that 4th canto what he did, and so he, there is a big long story about him
But I have.
disobeying Lord
Mataji,
Shiva.
I have a whole collection of all of them.
Okay, good. So
I
kids,
have
are you
Canto 12? I Canto 12.
up to canto 12? You have lot of collections of what?
I got until 18.
No, what? Of what? Collections of what?
Of Shrimad Bhagwatam.
Up to canto, what did you say? Up to canto 12?
Canto 12.
Yes, good. Very good.
And that is where Parikshit. Can I show the bug?
Okay, Gobind, that's good.
This is the bird. This is the bird.
Are you showing something?
That in 12th canto, the picture of it is like the bird
Birth of Parikshit.
snake bird.
The snake bird. You're seeing the snake
Yeah, and
bird.
he's showing fire too.
Oh, good. Keshav, did you have a question, Keshav?
No. Mataji, you can show how many questions got wrong.
Yeah, we can see your questions.
I got 3 wrong.
Yeah, you have 3 wrongs. And we discussed through this. Shiva is 54, right? Yeah.
Oh.
And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Krishna, they are not the incarnations. Okay, everybody, are we good? Can we adjourn for today?
Taskana came for
Takshaka?
to beat King Parshit. Yes, I know this one.
Very nice. Keep reading it, Gobind. We can see next tomorrow, right? Tomorrow we will meet again for Kahoot. Okay? Can we adjourn for today? Vancha Kalpa. Thank you so much, kids. We can do our prayer. Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai Shrimad Bhagwatam ki jai Prabhuji ki jai